Welcome to Fresh Talk News Channel. Today, we delve into the latest news update. Democratic Michigan Governor Gretchen Whitmer visited the White House on Wednesday with a bipartisan delegation to discuss a range of issues affecting her state, including a recent ice storm, funding for an Air National Guard base, and tariffs. However, she left with a new problem: Donald Trump's praise. The president caught Whitmer off guard during remarks in the Oval Office, where she stood in the back of the room while he briefly lauded her. "We're honored to have Gretchen Whitmer from Michigan. The great state of Michigan. She's really done an excellent job, a very good person," Trump said. Whitmer was surprised to be brought into the Oval Office, without any notice of the subject matter, while Trump signed executive orders in front of the press, according to a spokesperson for the governor. This White House encounter comes 4 years after Trump lashed out and called her the woman in Michigan. It happens as Whitmer attempts to walk a fine line between the demands of being a swing state leader and a potential 2028 presidential candidate. Democrats are facing increasing pressure and anger from base voters, who demand stronger leadership and a more aggressive stance against the Trump administration. Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer even faced calls last month to step down after he helped pass a Republican funding bill. Additionally, several young progressives have launched primary challenges against Democrats, accusing them of not meeting the political moment. Whitmer herself faced strong online criticism from Democrats for standing in the Oval Office while Trump signed executive orders. A spokesperson for Whitmer clarified that her presence in the Oval Office was not an endorsement of anything Trump did or said during the event. At the same time, Whitmer's avoidance of the "resistance" label reflects the political realities of her state, which Trump won in both 2016 and 2024. Michigan Democrats, who enjoyed a trifecta for 2 years, must now work across the aisle with Republicans, who won the state House in November. Whitmer was accompanied to the White House by her state's Republican House Speaker, Matt Hall. Whitmer's spokesperson added that the governor viewed the Trump administration's decision to issue a 90-day pause on most of the recently announced tariffs as a step in the right direction, though her office is still concerned about tariffs that will hurt American auto companies. Whitmer has been vocal about the political tightrope she's had to walk since last year's election, stressing that she doesn't see herself as a resistance leader. "I've shared with some of my colleagues from very blue states that my situation here in Michigan is very different from theirs. I've got a Republican House of Representatives, a majority Republican House, now to work with," she told the Associated Press in January. "I've got to make sure that I can deliver and work with folks in the federal government, so I don't view myself as the leader of the opposition, like some might." That balancing act has been particularly tricky when it comes to tariffs, especially those impacting automobiles and parts. While automakers in her state oppose the tariffs, many union members do not oppose tariffs in general. Democrats widely criticized the tariffs Trump announced this week, ahead of his surprise decision to pause most of them for 90 days. However, Whitmer was among a handful of Democrats who offered more measured criticism. "I understand the motivation behind the tariffs, and I can tell you here's where President Trump and I do agree: we do need to make more stuff in America, more cars, more ships, more steel," Whitmer said in Washington, D.C., on Wednesday morning. "We do need fair trade." During a speech and a fireside chat with journalist Gretchen Carlson, Whitmer emphasized that she's not against tariffs outright, but believes they should be used as a tool. She also called for a bipartisan approach to usher in, as President Trump says, the golden age of American manufacturing. In her remarks, Whitmer acknowledged the challenging political environment in which she and other Democrats find themselves. When asked how she would respond to Democrats who haven't embraced her calls for bipartisanship, Whitmer said she feels a duty and a hope to try and get things done. "In this moment, it feels like no action comes without loud criticism from one realm or another," Whitmer said Wednesday morning. "I could demonstrate on the front lawn of the Capitol for 4 weeks on end, and some people would say I hadn't gone far enough. Just accept the fact that there's always going to be a critic." CNN's Kit Marr contributed to this report. Thanks for watching Fresh Talk News Channel. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more news and updates.